Hello, SimTheWorld here, coming back to you with another video from our Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 series. Today we're going to take a new story order, which is this beautiful pink Echo's Cobra. One of the generic cars in the game. Certainly isn't supposed to look like a Viper, but I'm sure that was very hard to get a license for that, so they went with the Echo's Cobra instead. But we've got the order summary here. Let's read through this. Hello, I was recently away on a 2-week business trip, and I let my husband use my car during that time. Now that I'm back, something has to go. I mean the husband, not the car. See what he did to it? As I don't really have the time to describe it all. I'm on my way over to the lawyer to take care of the divorce papers. Just let me know when the car is ready. We have a laundry list of items. We have 2 cam gears marked, so we're gonna have to take a look at the engine here. But just diving in and taking a look, the issue isn't the suspension. We see the oil filter needs replaced. We've got some transmission issues. Oh, that's interesting. What is this? The dashboard's coming through. That's kind of funny. I've never noticed that. Okay. I digress. So the transmission, we've got the intake manifold, the throttle. So this is actually going to be more of an engine repair job, which I think is pretty cool. We've not really dove into any of that too much. So the first thing I want to do is actually get some testing done and see if we can't find most of the issues. I'm hoping that by going through the tools that we have, we can get some of that list filled out for us. That way I'm not spending a bunch of time looking for parts and wasting your guys' time as well. The starter's bad, the throttle's bad, we kind of saw that. It is kind of easy to see which parts need to be replaced because this car is completely brand new, but the damaged parts are completely rusted out. Alright, so all the spark plugs, it looks like, and all the coils, that takes up quite a bit since there's going to be 8 of each, and I think that is 8. Let's go ahead, and this is the one I'm interested in. This will tell us if the pistons or rings are bad, and this will basically tell me if I want to pull the engine out or not. Oh, that's so great. That's great news. This isn't going to be like a full teardown. And I think we can already see that the fuel tank and fuel pump and filter need to be replaced, but there we go. That just tells us and confirms. And just based off of those 4 tests, I actually got most of these figured out. I want to start by jumping underneath the car. I believe we need to drain the oil. I think that's was specified. We can take care of the transmission issues and get the fuel filter, or the fuel pump and fuel tank replaced. I really don't know how you mess up the fuel tank without damaging anything else in the bottom. Like, did he just go underneath and like punch a hole through it, or I don't know. If you guys are, if any of the viewers here are a little more car mechanic savvy than I, let me know down in the comments why just the tank would need replaced like that. Let's go ahead and take off the drive shaft. Helps if we switch over to remove mode. Yeah, the starter was bad. That gets replaced. Hopefully the flywheel and all that needs replaced too. Yep, these are 4 more parts that will get knocked off that list. Ah, the clutch plate's fine. It's kind of weird. We often find that that's fine, but everything else needs replaced. At least on these story orders. I believe that was a V8 gearbox. Since I don't think we need anything else down here, I'll go ahead and put this all back together. Yep, that was a V8 gearbox. Perfect. After enough jobs, you can kind of start to tell the difference between some of these. Let's grab us a starter. Get the drive shaft back on. Ooh, I hope I can... I always hate how, yeah, this is a shorter frame, so I can reach back there without an issue. Go ahead and switch out that oil filter. I believe that will be all we need to do on the undercarriage. While I'm here, too, I'm going to pick up our coils and spark plugs. Save us a trip. I think... yeah, we're going to wait till we take the rest off. Because, yeah, we need the intake manifold, the throttle. Yeah, we can grab that. Let's grab the throttle. That should be a V8. Need the intake manifold. That was also a V8. Scroll through and find that. Here we are. And I did say we were going to get the fuel filter. I don't know why I keep skipping that. Alright, so we're done on the underside. Let's jump into the engine. I also want to take a look and see how many more parts we need to find. That's 5, 6. So we only got 6 more to find. That's not too bad. Okay, those need replaced. Take that throttle off. That's what's dinging. Fuel filter. We already know that the cam gears, or the camshafts, need replaced. I think it's the cam gears they told us. So that wouldn't surprise me if the camshafts need to come off as well. And that's what we're going to find out here. Yep. We got one camshaft there. Which means we're going to have to take everything off the front of this engine to get to the timing components. We got to take the timing chain off. What I would like to see in a future game is, since we do all these timing repairs, it would be cool to see an actual mechanic where you actually line up the timing. Because as it is now, you just throw the timing chain on, and wherever it sits, it sits. And if it were that simple, everyone would be doing their own repairs. Obviously, it's not, so it's just a little depth and realism that I think would be cool to add. Some other ideas I have for future games you can always check out at our 2021 Hopes and Dreams review. Nothing has been announced for a new game for 2021 except for the VR version, which is supposed to come in Q1. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I might try to do a few videos over that. I do have an Oculus Rift, so wouldn't be too bad to try to get some VR set up. But also feel like it's going to be kind of interesting to see. I don't know how I quite feel. Like, I really hope that you get tools and different things to use, but let me go ahead and get our We need 2 cam gears and 2 camshafts. I think they're just standard cam gears too. Let's go ahead and... I didn't see anything else wrong when I was taking this apart. I'm gonna pop over here. Yeah, we're still missing one part in here. I wonder if that's the air filter. Yep, there's that air filter. Now we got to get all those clips off. That's kind of annoying. But I think... Can't get to the tire here. That's silly. Shouldn't be able to click to that. Alright, now I think we're good to go. We can start grabbing our parts and reassembling this car. I'm really glad we didn't have to dive into the pistons as much. Well, that's alright. We'll give them a new one. I'm not too worried. Because at 88%, we can just pop over to that repair bench and it's a quick fix. Somehow you can fix the plastic covers, but you can't fix, you know, other plastic parts. There's some rhyme and reason. Let's go ahead and get those spark plugs in. Cam gear. And we gotta, we can just slap that in too. I don't think we picked up the fuel rails. Let me take a look. Nope. Let's go ahead and grab those. I really want to know what would do this kind of damage to the fuel line. Like, did this guy just put diesel and fuel in this car? Or, I don't know. There. Like something went in this engine that wasn't supposed to be in here, and now he's getting a divorce. So if this car is the price of a Viper, I could completely understand the wife's desire to want to file for a divorce. Oh, okay. It looks like 2 of those spark plugs were fine because we have 2 extras at 88%, which isn't a big deal. They're disposable parts, like they're consumable, to which... Ooh, that's wrong belt. I can't repair those spark plugs, but they're also really cheap, so I really don't care. Again, sometimes it's easier just to slap all new parts in than to dive around and make sure we replace the right one at the right place. I wonder if real mechanics do that too, like if you're... I'd imagine if you do spark plugs, you do all 8 of these. I don't think there'd be an instance where you just replace like the one bad one. Because once one goes, they're all probably gonna go in quick succession. Same with like brake jobs. You don't just replace one brake pad, you know, if the one in the front's bad, but you replace both. Keep it balanced, keep the wear reasonable. Some of these realistic, cosmetic, kind of logistical things I'd like to see added, implemented in. But only time will tell if we see a new title. I feel like from all the DLC they put out that there has to be enough interest to which continuing to put out packs is profitable. I believe the serpentine belts are bad too, but we're going to find out here in a second. Get the water pump on. Zoom out a bit so we get a better view. Okay, the serpentine belts are fine. Get that last one on. Place that roller. And I believe, what are we missing? Oh, did they not count that? So, oh no. This is what I really don't like, is the fact that, remember how the one camshaft was fine and the other, so the camshaft here and the gear were bad, but then they're opposite over here. Like, I feel like that shouldn't matter as long as one of those get replaced. But, I don't know. This is kind of disappointing. I'm going to cut here then and get this taken care of and fixed back up, because I'm going to have to take this all back apart again. I'll see you guys in a handful of minutes. Alright, so we're filling back up the oil. What I found, actually, I don't think is my fault. So when I went over here, I took out... So we had put the new cam gear here when it really should have been here. So I put the new one in here, and the other one was at 98%. And it was still an issue. So I actually had to replace both cam gears on this side, and then one on this side, in order for this to be correct. So if you go through this job, just something to be aware of, that it seems like that was a glitch, where that should have been a bad part, but it didn't look like a bad part. It had a 98% condition. So let's get rid of this car. We took care of all the issues. As an expensive repair, but it's more profit in our pocket, and we'll have money to go buy some new cars here in the near future, because we're only 4 levels from opening up our full shop. So keep tuning in. Thanks for watching as I simulate my life one game at a time. If you like this video, please be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the future action. You can follow on Twitter for updates to future games being played, as well as follow on Twitch as I try to stream 3 days a week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time at SimTheWorld.